Hi, the sweaty palms deal. And why you have a social situation where you've met someone and then moments later you don't remember their name, or you go to shake someone, it happens, number one. And then my performance coach, and I have been coaching for decades, teaching how anxiety, stress, overcome emotions like anger and shame, so you can step into your true potential, your health, your wealth, or your performance in any area of life. The method be of great use to you. So why do we forget people's names so quickly? Have you been in that situation? I am blind, and he uses a walking cane to every day. And this morning, I saw him. So 2019 brought him on my path, and I wished him a happy new year, and he couldn't remember my name. So we reintroduced ourselves to each other, and and I thought it was great. So I saw Gary. I'm going to read his name because I wasn't stressed in any way, and the name came in, and it's lodging, and now I remember talking about it on my videos. So if you're familiar with me, you know freeze. This is our body's natural mechanism to protect us from a true physical threat. But in this to trigger a release of hormones. So if you're a male watching this, then these hormones are going to affect you for up to 9 hours. And if you're female, the effects can last 8 hours. Is way too long to be what I call under the influence of stress hormones. And so what happens to the brain is that the moment we go into fight or flight, we're going to wick fat and glucose out of our outer cortex brain, a little chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that actually fires your entire outer brain. So we're talking about where you think and remember, back in your cortex, where you make decisions, where you have your willpower, where all this executive function is happening. This whole thing is going to meet someone, you reach out, you shake their hand, you learn that their name is Gary, but you've triggered fight or flight, and so your neurons, this shut down, so it actually doesn't get in here for you to retrieve it later. Walking around the party and you don't even remember his name. Does that make sense to you? Is any of this making sense? That you could meet someone and easily forget their name. It's magical that your brain has shut down somewhat. And maybe you triggered fight or flight hours before you even got to the party. No. So before you even got into your car or took the, you were already on edge, that little on edge feeling. That's the true sign that you've triggered fight or flight. You can violently fight or run away, which is not what you're going to do in your party, hopefully. And the soles of your feet will get really sweaty too. So if you have stinky feet, please message me. We need to talk. I can help you with that. If you're so embarrassing, you go to meet someone and your palms are sweaty. So if you have a sweaty palm issue too, let's talk. Let's work about. I'll help you with that. But that's literally this fat and glucose is wicking out of here, and it changes all of your skin. So if you get stress acne, eczema, or psoriasis, if you have really dry, like your nails are, your cuticles are bad, and so that's the why behind it. Now, how do we start? Are basically first your targets. Why do you want to stop it? Go really deep on your why. Is it because you want to have a great? Is it because I'm speaking on the first day of 2019 for those of you who don't know. Do better in school. What is your why? Why do you just not want to be so embarrassed because you can't remember people's names or your hand when you go to speak? Do you have something, have a real reason why you want to make a change? That's your first. Uncover all of the things, not just the surface surface triggers, even the deeper ones, which can have things to do with shame, embarrassments from the past, traumas from the past. All of these things are possible. And so you need to uncover your triggers. Some of them are going to be pretty easy to identify. Right away, you're going to be able to identify them. Like getting a little annoyed because or you're running late, or the person you're taking to this meeting or party is running late and you're waiting in the car. That's anxious, annoyed, or ashamed. Take a really good look at that. Where that you get tight in your body. Where do you hold tension? Do you hold it in your neck? Does your jaw, do you clench your jaw? Do you grind your teeth guard? Your shoulders, like, is it back in here? Do you have creases right here? Take a look at your forehead. If you have creases here, that's a and it's like this, but look at, that's a tension thing. I can't believe it. It's hard for me to do now because I've worked so hard. Deep furrows in the brow, that's a sure sign that you trigger too much adrenaline, too much fight or flight. If you're going to hyper and fight or flight, so you'll reach, bigger than you have to, you'll be a little eliminated and your shot won't be on. So that's one thing to note. Well, let's see. Really tension this. How can you go into a social situation and not have your face turn red? Or your palms, and remember people's names? Well, you've got to identify that you're starting to get tense or go into one of those triggers. And then or all of the little things that go on in your body to tell you to release adrenaline happen. Because it's a pretty long time. Adrenaline is one of these hormones, by the way. So 10 seconds is plenty of time to smile. It's the middle of your body. So place your hands on your belly and just relax your ab muscles. I'm looking really fat right now, if you can see it. But relax those abs, okay? That is, in a way, signal to your brain. It's a neuroscience trick that you're not going into fight or flight. Because the moment we go into fight or flight, we tighten the front. It's easy to release these hormones. Because when you tighten the front of the body, you're creating body armor. That's another key is relax your abs and really connect with people. If you've got the body armor thing going on, you're not all tense in the front, people are going to trust you more. You're going to make more sales. So if you want to make more sales this year, if you want to have a pain, if you're tired of being on this terrible stress cycle, then please, let's get together. I will put at the bottom on this video so that you have a direct link to have a chat with me and into your view and give you a plan of action so that you can make this a most amazing year. And no matter what, when you're watching this video, every day is January 1st. So I hope you'll join me, and I would love to work with you. Have a great day. Bye.